Scene 1, the mission begins. Day. Fade eel shot. A vast, endless desert stretches to the horizon. Wind blows across the golden dunes, forming swirling clouds of sand. They called it the road to death, but for us, it was the only road left. Cuxed desert, near Jeep, continuous. 3 adventurers stand beside an old dust-covered Jeep. Zayan, calm and determined, the leader. Rafik, rugged and bitter, a former soldier. Lena, intelligent and focused, a map expert. Zayan looks out at the horizon. Zayan, we find the temple of Akar. We find the cure. No turning back. Lena unrolls a worn ancient map, eyes squinting in the sunlight. This map's 800 years old. One wrong turn, and we die in the sand. Zayan nods. The 3 load their gear, climb into the Jeep, and drive off into the unforgiving dunes, the wind howling around them. Would you like me to format the next scene? 1-3, Desert Dangers begin. Ready for cinematic production, voiceover or filming use. Scene 2, Desert Dangers begin. Deep desert, later. The sun burns hotter as the Jeep pushes deeper into the vastiness. The wind picks up. Sand begins to swirl violently around them. Lena, the storm's building fast. I told you, this place is cursed. Suddenly, a loud pop, crack. The Jeep jolts violently as it hits a hidden spike trap buried under the sand. Tires explode. The Jeep grinds to a halt, half sunken in the dune. That's it. On foot from here. Pack light. They quickly grab supplies and strap on gear. The wind howls louder. They wrap scarves around their faces and begin trekking into the storm. The trio trudges through the shifting sands, barely visible in the thickening storm. In the distance, faint shadowy figures stand still, watching. Did you see that? Keep moving, or we'll end up like the last team. They disappear into the dust, the storm swallowing them whole. XT Desert. Day. The storm settles just enough to reveal something massive and ancient ahead. Crumbling stone ruins, half buried beneath the sand. Faded carvings mark weathered pillars. Lena, this is it, the Temple of Akar. They approach cautiously. Sand slips beneath their boots. Lena brushes off a weathered stone and reads aloud from an inscription. He who enters for greed shall never return. Suddenly a faint click. A dart whizzes past, grazing Zayan's jacket. Trap. The ground shifts. Ancient mechanisms stir. Rafik, half laughing. Classic death tunnel. Every explorer's nightmare. Zayan pulls a torch from his pack. They each light one, their flickering flames casting shadows as they step cautiously into the dark entrance. Scene 4. Betrayal in the dark. Into temple interior, night. The inside is cold and still. Narrow stone corridors twist and turn. Walls crumble. Dust floats in the torchlight. They step into a small chamber. At its center, an ancient altar. On it rests a glowing vial filled with shimmering liquid. Zayan. The cure? We did it. Wait, that's a decoy. Before she can react, click! Rafik cocks a pistol, stepping back from them with the vial in his other hand. Thanks for the map. You too? Dead weight. He fires. The bullet hits Zayan in the leg. Zayan collapses, clutching his wound. Rafik bolts down a side corridor. Go! After him. Don't let him escape. Lena looks at Zayan, torn, then grabs her torch and chases after Rafik. Perfect. Here's your screenplay continued for the next 2 scenes, professionally written for production. Scene 5, race through the tomb. In temple corridors, night. The torchlight flickers wildly as Lena chases Rafik through ancient, narrow passageways. Sand and dust rain from the ceiling as their footsteps echo. Suddenly, clunk, Rafik steps on a pressure plate. Whoosh! A barrage of arrows shoot from the walls. Lena ducks and rolls, narrowly avoiding death. You just don't give up, do you? He stumbles again. This time, the floor beneath him cracks open. A pit of spikes yawns below. He catches the edge, barely hanging on. Lena, raising her torch. Give me the vial or die here, Rafik. Death's better than trusting you. With a bitter grin, he throws the glowing vial into the air. Time slows. catches the vial mid-air, just as Rafik loses grip and plunges into the darkness below. A moment of silence, then Lena breathes hard, clutching the vial. Scene 6. Escape from collapse. Temple chamber, moments later. Lena limps back into the chamber where Zayan lies injured, his face pale. She kneels beside him, holding up the vial. You did it. Before they can rest, the ground rumbles. Walls crack, stones fall. A deafening roar builds around them. Lena, the place is collapsing! Come on! She lifts Zayan to his feet. They support each other as they stumble toward the exit. The corridor collapses behind them. Flaming traps erupt. Dust fills the air. They dive forward. XD temple entrance night. Just as the stone doorway slams shut behind them, a final explosion. The entire temple sinks into the desert sand with a thunderous boom. Silence follows. They lie breathless under the night sky. Would you like me to complete the final part? Here's the final segment of your 15-minute short film Road to Death, written in cinematic screenplay format, completing the adventure. Scene 7. The hidden valley, edge of the desert. The violent sandstorm finally clears. A breathtaking sight unfolds. A hidden green valley, untouched by time. Trees sway gently, birds chirp. The air feels ancient, pure. This is it, the origin. They descend into the valley, passing stone markers and ancient symbols. At the center, a moss-covered shrine awaits. Lena gently places the vial onto a pedestal. A soft glow spreads through the valley. Water bursts from a hidden spring. Flowers bloom instantly. The land comes alive. The cure was never just in the vial. It was in nature, in balance. Scene 8, ending and reflection. Exeter Valley, under a tree. Zayan and Lena stand before a small grave marker. They bury Rafik's broken compass in the earth, a symbol of misdirection and loss. Greed kills, but truth heals. Lena looks toward the rising sun, a hint of hope in her eyes. The valley is peaceful, birds soar, water flows. The road to death nearly claimed us, but in the end it led to life. Fade to black. Dramatic orchestral swell with rising strings and distant drums.